going to do much of a photo walk today. The weather's not the best, and I've got these sandals on. It's the only things I have for my feet, so to be honest, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling the shoot today. So I figured we'd make this episode more of a look back over the few years that I spent here and my adventures and love for street photography. So my experience shooting in downtown Orlando for 2 years really helped shape my basic skills for photography. You may spend hours on the street waiting for that special candid moment, and it never really comes. I remember sometimes spending hours walking the streets and not taking one photo. Sometimes it's just like that. I don't mind it. As I mentioned in the last episode, my entire approach to photography is patience and progress, but especially patience. Patience in learning, patience in shooting, patience in technical skills and creative skills. I just want to take my time with this craft. And so street photography has really challenged me in all those aspects. I consider myself an introvert for sure, but when I'm in street photography mode, that side of me almost disappears. I feel like I can approach people of all walks of life and ask for a photo or share a photo, maybe enjoy some conversation. And the thought of that doesn't scare me like it used to. I've gained so many more interactions and experiences with people I never would have normally talked to. Also, just being out there, walking around with a camera, your first time it can feel weird, just going out there without a plan and an empty memory card. But it's like a blank canvas. You have to create the art as you experience and document the happenings around you. After a few hours, you have something. Hopefully. The point is, I highly suggest street photography to stoke the creative mind and get out of your comfort zone. You will cherish the memories and appreciate all the little things that many people never notice in their daily lives. Doing this walk, though, I must say, it's bringing back a lot of memories. My favorite time to come down here, downtown, is that early morning time, Saturdays and Sundays. Today it's a Sunday. Didn't get any sun, but it's fun. It's fun to see and feel those feelings you had when you previously spent almost every weekend here shooting photography and just practicing your skills and getting better, opening your eye up. There's so much to shoot in city centers, anywhere where there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of buildings, businesses, parks, city centers. You're going to have so many opportunities to find things to shoot and really test your eye and see what kind of new things you can find. And that's what downtown Orlando's been for me over the past 2 to 3 years. It's really helped me open up my eye, get out of my comfort zone, make approaches to people that you find interesting and want to capture and share your work with them. So as far as networking, as far as just getting out and enjoying the weather and just seeing what this city has to offer, it's been really fun. I miss it. I will say that I do miss street photography in the city, but I love that beach and I love wildlife as well. So it's tough, but I'll make sure to work on the balance more as things go and definitely not wear sandals when I come back here downtown. All right, everyone. So this day, the family and I went out on the river cruise at the Environmental Learning Center in Vero Beach, Florida. I highly suggest this experience to anyone, especially wildlife photographers. As you'll see, we were blessed enough to have several wildlife encounters, from herons to dolphins to ospreys and pelicans. I will definitely do this experience again. During this boat ride, I also spotted my first belted kingfisher. I did manage to get a photo, but he was quite a ways out. But from a swaying boat and fully extended at 600 millimeters, I still managed to get this shot, which I'm very proud of. There will be plenty of kingfishers to find in my journey ahead, and when I do get that tack sharp photo, I'll look back at this one and appreciate it even more. This is the beauty of photography. Okay, we have a hawk right up here at the top of that tree. So cool. All right, everyone, so I am at River Park in Vero Beach. Right behind me is the bridge that goes over to the memorial area where you can walk around. Tons of birds in that area. But to the left here, before you take the bridge, is a boat ramp. Here, you will always find some pelicans hanging out in the mornings or the evenings. I just got lucky. I just saw a few pelicans right off the boat ramp here. Check these out. I got real close. All right, so right off to the left there, that's where the pelicans were hanging out. Now I am walking towards the River Park area, the loop that you take after you pass the bridge right here behind me. So we're gonna see if we can find some birds hanging out. But this is one of my favorite spots in Vero Beach, especially in the mornings. Tons of small birds flying around. Let's see if we can find it. Right off the water here, we have some dolphins passing by. I don't know if they're going to come up again. Oh, they're off to the right there. Might get them one more time. Let's see. There they are. Just nailing that timing, that's so tough. Right on the water right here feeding. That boat right behind me, they're checking them out right now, but I think I got one of the dolphin coming up grabbing the fish, so I'm super excited to see that up close. right, and just as a reminder for everyone, this is Riverside Park in Vero Beach. So this is right where the museum is. It's right on the water, right next to the P Bridge. So definitely recommend to come out here and just enjoy the outdoors. It's so beautiful right now and this evening. Partly, not even partly cloudy. There's like no clouds at this point, but perfect evening. So excited to see those dolphin shots. That's like my first proper feeding dolphin photo. So I'm excited to see that when I get home and share that with all of you. But definitely make it out here. And as well, you can enjoy the memorial and all the monuments that will be scattered throughout the loop as you walk around. So you're basically walking around the entire perimeter of this little island, and then the bridge leads back to the main Riverside Park area. And there's tons of activities. There's tennis courts. There is a bunch of little workout stations, and then a bunch of loops and trails for running and walking, and then as well the museum. And then they do a lot of markets on Saturdays and Sundays and events. So definitely a main hub of Vero Beach. All right, so one of my biggest struggles right now while vlogging is using this iPhone. If you're rocking with me on these episodes, bear with me. We will get an upgrade. The slow series will evolve, so hang in there with me. But for right now, I'm using whatever camera I have on me to document. That's what I've always done, and that's just how we're gonna do it. So expect a lot of different cameras on this series. Not all the shots are gonna be perfect. Not all my photos are gonna be perfect. That's what this is all about. The creative process. You'll see the good, you'll see the bad. Oh, look at these little guys hanging out. Blue jay right above me. Really right above me. Trying to get a cool angle. right, so I just had an awesome encounter with an osprey right on this tree up here. He just flew off, but check these out. So excited. And it has been such a good day of shooting that I have depleted a near full battery, which is always a good thing. Alright my friends, that is the end of Slow Series Part 8. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know as well. It's all good. If you stepped in for just a few seconds today, awesome. I appreciate you just the same. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.